today again. I thought it might be a nice idea to show you how to make cardboard buttons. You will need, using a 1-inch punch, circle punch, 6 of these. 3 of them you have the middles cut out, and this one is your fancy papers. I've used a mulberry paper, and I've just cut out, using the punch, one of them and cut a middle out. You need that middle. These ones you don't. And then it's really simple, really easy. I was gluing up and place on the first disc, the second disc, then round just the edge. Don't want too much glue showing. Oops, that doesn't want to come. Right, and place that over. This will give a nice little dip in the middle, like a proper button. I'm going to show you also how to cover these if you don't want to do them this way. All I've done with these is I've drawn round, either roughly draw a circle, and then using one of these I've then laid that over one of the blanks and drawn round in the middle. So really you only have to do the work once. So that is your card blank. Nearly done. Now to put your fancy papers on, fancy paper in the middle. It's just unfortunate, this one doesn't look too fancy. It should look quite nice when it's finished. Right, and then on the outside, I almost have the button finished. Just press into place, and now I'm going to use a hole punch. It's a bit noisy, but I do like it. It does a good job. So I'm only going to put 2 holes in this. The art with these is don't get too mad. Nope, not enough. That's 1 hole. Almost 2 holes. That's it. Move that out of the way. And that's your button. It's quite simple, really. Really easy. I mean, obviously my holes aren't in the right place, but if you take a bit more time, I'm sure you'll get them in the right place. This is exactly the same again. This time though, I'm going to put the holes in now. I just call this one a button blank because I'm going to cover it, so it doesn't really matter what card you use or what colour, because you're not going to see it. Again, I'm only going to put 2 holes. I'll show you what they look like with 4 holes. It's entirely up to you later on. And then I'm going to cover this with a pretty mulberry again, because they seem to absorb the wet glue pretty well, and then they set quite hard. So again, this is going to be all over. Don't worry if you get it in the holes, because that will just help the mulberry set and be well secure. Right, with that, all I'm going to do is now I'm going to press it onto the front. Make sure it's well in place. I have quite a big head to my ball tool, and just run it round. And it should be pretty well set. Pair of scissors. Don't leave too much of a border, but enough to flap over. Just roughly cut round. It doesn't have to be precise. I put the glue on now because it makes it easier for, it just makes it easier than having to contend with lots of little flaps, and it's just as easy to cut. So you do this as thin as you like, or I'm doing this a little bit thicker because I'm trying to show you quickly rather than wasting all your time watching me cut little strips. Nearly there. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to do a button. And then just firm it round. Just keep working it round. Like so. And you can take a lot longer doing your buttons, and you'll probably get a much finer finish than me. I like to just smooth that off with a bone folder. I'll move my rubbish out of the way and just try and get it more button-like. One thing I will say with mulberry paper, try not to get the glue on your fingers because it starts tearing the paper to bits. Other than that, right, now you've already got the holes. If you get your ball tool and then you re-find where your holes are, it's quite simple with a pokey tool. Stick your pokey tool in. And that's what your finished button should look like. There are a few others. To give you some ideas of what you can do, and you could probably do better than me. I hope this has been beneficial to you, this tutorial. I thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.